Greetings, everyone. This is Cameron Foose with thetechnicaltrader.net. It is Friday, November 7th. We're just going to look at the review of our day trades today, see what happened, see why we made money, why we lost money, and just go from there. Take a look at the Dow, what's happened with that. So first we're going to take a look at VRNM, which we tried to day trade today for a failure. Looking at the daily chart here, I was hoping to see this breakout continue here. As you can see, it was in this little channel pattern right here, consolidating in this channel nicely between $1 and about 115, 120, or 125 it looks like. And so it's still could break out from here, but with the day trade, and these small stocks, these move quick, you can lose a lot of money real quick working with a sizable position here. And so you want to get in and get out. If it's not going your way, you want to get out and cut your losses short. That's the best way to preserve your capital, is to set stops and not let these stocks fall. You can't just sit here and watch them fall as your money loses. If it's not going your way, you need to get out and get out fast. And then if it comes around your way again, you can always re-enter. But don't sit around and wait for it to keep falling and just hope that it goes back up, because that's not going to work out for you in the long run. But anyways, let's take a look at a couple reasons why I bought this stock. Obviously, looking at here on the daily chart, it broke out right here, came down and retested the 13 EMA, and then rallied on Thursday. So this was definitely a stock that could rally, to 150 to 175. From 129, that's a decent day trade. 10, 15, 20% right there, easy money. And so I was hoping to see a breakout, and it didn't happen. But looking at the intraday 5-minute chart, price, there's resistance here. This is at 137, and then it came and retested this on late Thursday. Friday early morning, volume kind of picked up right here. As you can see, it was getting bullish. I was hoping to see that this would break out to the upside here, and this would rock into the close. The market was rallying. If the market's rallying, you want to be looking for long day trades. If the longs or the market's declining, you're going to want to be looking for some short on the day trade, just because the sentiment's either in favor of the bears or the bulls. If it's looking good on the bull side, you want to look for long positions, because it's more likely that people will continue to buy these breakouts if the sentiment is good on the bull side or bear side. So as you can see, this did not happen today. It broke down here. It kind of consolidated here in this channel pattern. Once it broke down below this low 135, that was just a kind of big signal, like, alright, it's time to go. As you can see, a lot of people sold right here. 16,000 shares went through today at that price, which is just about the largest spike in volume of the day. So there's a big selling pressure. I ended up selling at 130 down here. This was just happened within 5 minutes. I did not catch this move. I was watching another stock. It crashed. I did not get to be able to sell this, so I watched it bounce up quick from here, and then I watched it consolidate around here, and I sold it at 130. So small gain in at 133, out at 130. I cut my losses short and moved on. Alright, looking at another stock, DKS. This one was brought up to me by Tokyo Pua, one of our pronoun members at the website. Looking at the 5-minute, I don't even know if the daily chart is significant here. Not really. I shorted this, so I mean, had a huge run up, and so is obviously going to have some selling pressure on it. But looking at the 5-minute chart, I believe, where did I short this? I shorted this at 1392. I shorted this when it was breaking down this area right here, I believe. And it had a huge sell-off, came up and retested the 13 EMA. 13 EMA is always a good trend indicator. Notice how it's riding this down the whole way. Sometimes it spikes up a little above it, but for the most part, it's riding this down. And so it came down after the sell-off, rallied big, and then from here it looks like it's breaking down again after it bounced off this 13 EMA level. So you don't always want to short it right at this 13 EMA level, because that doesn't always work. But if it goes up and bounces off it and then starts moving down again, that could be a good sign that it might be a good time to short if it goes ahead and breaks down another price level. For instance, this horizontal resistance. Again, this market was really shaking, up and down all day. See how this is kind of just channeling here between 1380 and 1340. It's looking at this right now, the past here, it's like, oh, look, it's just going between 1380 and 14. All you had to do was just buy when it went to 1380, sell 14. You could have done that like 3 times. But that's just stupid. That's nonsense. You can't predict that this is going to happen. And especially in this volatile rich market right now, you don't know what's going on. Look how crazy this price action is. Here it says up and down, you know. And so you want to stick to the breakouts, stick to the breakdowns, you know, do what you know. That's what's going to get you some money in the long run. You just got to, you know, work it out and cut your losses short and take your profits when you have them. You know, don't get greedy. Sell half. You know, if you want to hold on to some for the longer term, you know, you can do that. That's perfectly fine. And lots of times, you know, you might make a lot of money if you held it all the way through. But you know, you got to take your profits when you have them. You're going to be happy that you did most of the time. And that's the way to, you know, do this successfully in the long run. You can't get greedy. You gotta take your profits. But anyway, I sold this for a loss. I'm a fucking D-bag. Woo! And then looking at this other stock, what else did we trade today for a loss, I might add? Um, VRNM, DKS. Was that the only ones? No, there's another one. What did we trade? Let's look this up. Totally forget. VRNM, DKS, ABK, this bastard. So I was watching this one early this morning as it was hitting this right here. You know, opened up, you know, it broke out from this pennant formation that I was following here. And so this looked real bullish that we're going to see a move from here. Broke out from this prior peak, you know, peaked here, and then kind of consolidated. And then it broke this pennant, meaning that it's probably going to rally. And of course it did. I entered at 173. It rallied up pretty nicely, peaked at 185. I was hoping to see this, you know, moving and close. The market looks strong to hit around $2 a share to fill this gap. But obviously, this crazy market didn't happen. It broke down to 13 EMA. I sold it right here for a small loss. And then throughout the rest of this session, it just kind of channeled up and down. You know, it didn't really move, then broke down towards the close and closed at 167. So, you know, it was just, you know, not my day for trading. I try to play these breakouts or breakdowns, and the market was just, it was a day of false breakouts and breakdowns. You know, it was a day of trying to pick tops and bottoms, and that's not the way, you know, that's really hard. It's not easy to do to pick a top and bottom. And so that's not the way I try to play things. I like to play the breakout and play the breakdown. And unfortunately, you know, it doesn't always work out that way, but that's just the way the market works. You're not going to win every day. You got to take your losses. That's just part of the game. But, you know, you're looking to make your averages with be on the positive side by cutting your losses, letting your profits run, and taking your profits when you have them. And that's just the way of the game in the stock market. And that's pretty much summing it up for the day. Looking forward to next week. Hopefully we get some better chart patterns forming up. And hopefully you guys have a good weekend, and I'll see you Monday.